trip behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Bash TV. Palm Bash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Palm Bash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got a great interview coming up in just a moment. But before we begin, don't forget, if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button and the bell, and you're always going to be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And I hope you'll leave a comment on the comment section. Tell us what you think. And look at the description, because it'll have contact info there, and contact info will also be at the closing credits at the end of the show. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Seattle, Washington, we have Brenda Wine, and she's a really talented artist, and I think you're going to agree with me. So we'll get to that interview in a second, because it starts right now. Okay, here we are with the interview, and with us from Seattle, Washington, we have Brandy Wine, and well, thank you so much for being on the show, Brandy.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here today. Well, why don't I start by the obvious question, because everyone has their own story. Tell us a little bit about how you discovered music. I mean, I'm sure you always wanted to be a singer since you were little. Maybe it comes deeper than that. But anyway, tell us in your own words. We'd love to hear your story.
It's kind of like you said, I've been singing since more or less the time I could talk. My dad was a frontman in a band, and I got exposed to music at a very young age. And when I was about 6 years old or so, 7, maybe somewhere in there, I got pulled up on stage with his band to sing a song with them. And ever since then, I was hooked. And I've done talent shows and choirs and anything I could ever since. So it's been a fun process.
Yeah, I bet it has, and obviously you're good at what you do, and of course we'll see the result of that in the video coming up in a couple of minutes here. Well, what were some of the influences you had growing up? I mean, I'm sure you had a few popular bands that really inspired you, or singers.
Yeah, I listened to a wide range of music. Anything like my dad's music was more the Beach Boys and Carpenters. My mom actually preferred some of the heavier stuff, so she was more of the AC/DC and all that. So I got a really wide exposure to everything. My dad was also a classical music major in college, so I got into violin at a young age and classical music. Vocally, though, I think the influence that I followed the most and tried to make my sound around was actually Aretha Franklin. I was absolutely in love with her and her stage presence and her voice. And even more so when I got older and I found out the real backstory about her life and everything that she had overcome to be where she was. So she's by far my biggest influence. Most people will tell you, if you ask them, they'll say probably her and Disney. So, because I also used to run around singing Disney songs all the time as a little kid. But yeah, so Aretha's the biggest one. Mariah Carey, Paula Abdul, Pink, Alicia Keys. I mean, there's a wide range of musicians that I really admire and look up to.
Yeah, there's a lot of great ones you mentioned there, like you said, Pink, Aretha Franklin, the Beach Boys, Carpenters. I mean, like I said, the list could go on, and those are great ones. I can see how you got your sound, from. I hope everything works out for you at the end, and hope you'll keep making people happy with your music for sure. Now, I'm sure you're on all streaming media sites. You're on social media. You have an official web address. Tell everybody how we can find you.
Yeah, the easiest way is if you go to my website. It's www.brandywine, so BRANDIWYNE music.com. All of my socials are linked on there. Most of my videos, some of my music, all my upcoming gigs, things like that.
And your streaming media should all be there, like Apple Music and so forth.
Yep, there are links to all of the streaming platforms.
Okay. All right, go to brandywinemusic.com, I think you said, and check that out. Go to all those streaming sites there and check out the videos, so forth. I know she would love you for that. And let's see, and then we got this video coming up in just a second here. It's called Smarter Than. It sounds self-explanatory, but maybe there's a deeper meaning behind the song. But tell us anyway a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, it is pretty self-explanatory. The song came about because of someone trying to put on a front, and pretending like they wanted things to go in a certain direction when they didn't. I'm trying to be vague because I don't want to like throw people under the bus who don't know, like, because not everyone knows my personal life. But it this person was trying to make it sound like they wanted to get back together, and in reality, they were dating someone else.
Mm.
Um, and so it was one of those things. It's like, yeah, you thought you were being smart, you thought you were clever, sneaking around, but you know, I'm actually smarter than you think you are. So that's where the song title came from. And I mentioned it to someone in passing when we were having a conversation about it, and actually said that phrase, and I was like, huh, that would make a really cool song. And you know, she was like, do it. So I went to work on it, and yeah, it's been about a 7-month project in total, with revisions and the music video and everything else. But it's been fun.
Okay, well, like I said, it is a great song and great video, and I know everybody out there is going to love it too. And we'll get to that in a second. But Brandy, thank you so much for being on the show today. We loved having you. Anytime you want to come back and plug something new, you're always welcome to.
Love to. I have a new EP coming out, I believe, in April. So if you want to chat after that, I'd be more than happy to come back on, see what you think
Okay.
about it.
All right, well, let me know, and we'll see what we can do for you, Brandy.
Okay.
And now here's the video, and it begins right now.